Hello guys, today we are testing the DJI Mavic 3 active tracking feature. As you may know, the drone came on launch without any of the smart features. It was just a bare bone drone that you can fly with the thumbsticks front, left, up, right, shoot some pictures, make some videos, but none of the active track, not even the panorama mode was there. So on the end of January, DJI released this firmware update that they introduced several of these features, and today we will test one of them. It's called Active Track, and you can use it to track moving objects like bicycles, cars, and many other moving things. Actually, this is the Active Track 5.0 because it's the fifth iteration of the Active Track system from DJI, and it's supposed to be superior than the previous versions. Unfortunately, I don't have experience with other DJI drones, and I can only speak about this one. Using the Active Track system is very easy. You just drag around your screen the thing that you want to follow, and then a menu appears which active track feature you want. Then the system tries to recognize what you are shooting. Is it a bicycle, is it a person, is it a car, or something else? And you can choose which side of the person of the object actually to shoot, and then the drone tries to position itself on that place where you can take the best footage of you on the site, for example. As you can see here on this footage, when we rode together with my brother, the drone lost us, and this was the first time that we experienced some issues with the DJI Active Track. So keep in mind that this system is not perfect, and you have to always take a look at your footage on your screen on your remote, and be prepared to take manual control. After that, we switched to the rear view tracking, and the drone did a really good job of following me. It was like it knew that we are following a road, and it tried to keep the road inside the frame, so it was really smooth. When we increased the speed or we slowed down, the drone did this without any jerky motion, and it felt like a really cinematic experience, like what you expect from high quality professional following drone or professional drone pilots maybe. After the paved road, we went on some dirt tracks between the fields. I was afraid to drive really fast with my bike because the mount that I used to put the DJI remote on my wheel is not very sturdy, and I was afraid that my controller and my phone will fall on the ground, but it did a really decent job of keeping them inside. I have to adjust it a few times, especially when riding through some rough patches, but overall the experience was good. For the price of the mount, it was like $11 or so. It does a really good job, although it didn't fit very well on my bike wheel. It requires some narrower wheel, but I managed to fix that by removing some of the rubber plates that hold it. And for the purpose that I will use this mount, maybe I will try it on my motorbike someday. I don't have big hopes for staying there. Let's fast forward a bit, and we'll change from rear tracking to front tracking to see if the drone will be able to go backwards and still maintain the good tracking quality that we've seen. As you can see now, the drone is flying really close to some three branches, which I was very afraid that it will hit, but it slowed down and maybe saw them. We didn't have a problem there. The drone found its way and positioned me right in front and tried to track me. As you can see, I tweak the drone left or right to avoid some branches, because really these branches are the worst enemy of the drone. They are so thin and it may not see them with its cameras, and it may fail to avoid them. I've seen a lot of footage on the internet that people go inside some dense trees without leaves, and the drone propellers hits one of these branches and fell down. Switching again to front left tracking, and as you can see, the drone is following me, but it's a bit off. I'm not in the center of the footage, and that's because I tweaked its center point with one of the thumbsticks. You can do this if you don't want the drone to follow you exactly at the center of the camera, so it's a nice feature that you can adjust. For example, if you go forwards, it's a good idea to have a bit more room in the front of the camera to follow the road like it's now. Overall, I'm impressed with the active track feature. I can't compare it to any other drone because I don't have other drones. I never owned other drones like DJI 2S or one of the drones that have active track. But I think I will use this feature maybe to shoot some videos of my motorbike or my car. Now we'll try and put the drone in a bit of different situation. We'll try to follow some running kids. This is my son Victor, and he is running around in this skate park. We are using the spotlight feature of the DJI Mavic. The spotlight feature just follows the subject without moving the drone around and following it. So the camera is doing a really shaky job, maybe because my son is running very fast, or because the camera is very close to the subject. Moved then to the following function, but as you can see, the drone lost my son and tried to go into these three branches. We switched to my younger son. He's called Radi, and he is not so fast, but again the drone trying to follow it. I still think the camera was really close, and when the camera got further away, it did a really good job of following him. Overall, I am impressed with active track. Maybe I expected a bit more, but maybe I have to really get used to this feature. So stay tuned, thank you for watching and subscribe.